for Shabbos 31. We're going to start on the bottom of Lamed Amid Beis. Turn Rabbanon. La'olam yei adam advesan ki Hillel. Person should be humble like Hillel. Va'ayidei kapten kishamai. Not really not opposite of humble. It's Shammai was very medagdek. He was very. He didn't give quarter one way or the other. It was, white is white, black is black. He was that. That's what the concept of kapten is. Two men made a conspiracy. Amru, call me Shielech v'yaknit as Hillel. Let's go and try to upset Hillel. Hillel was a person who didn't get upset. Let's try to upset him. Whoever can upset him, he told Arba Meozus. They made a bet that whoever could anger Hillel would get paid off 400 zuz. Omer echad mehem. So one guy took the challenge. Also, Yom Erev Shabbos, it was Friday. V'Hillel chafaf es rosho. Hillel shampooed his head, like we said, you're supposed to do Erev Shabbos. Halach v'avra pesach beso. This man placed himself in front of Hillel's house. Omar, Mikan Hillel. Is Hillel here? Who's Hillel? Mikan Hillel. Nisate v'yatzli kroso. So it's not a very kavadika way of addressing the Gadol Hador. Anyways, Hillel put on his turban and went to greet the man. Amar lo b'ni ma tamavakid. What can I do for you? Amar lo she'ela yesh li lishol. I have a question to ask. Amar lo sha'al b'ni sha'al. Ask. Mibnei ma roshen shel bavlim skalgalos. Why are the heads of the Babylonians round? It was a kasha meant to anger him. It's not a real serious question. And Hillel was known as Hillel Abavli. Hillel came from Bavel. Amar lo b'ni she'elek doyle shalti. Ask a good question. Because they don't have good midwives. When they're delivering the babies, they allow the child to push, the mother to push and push. And if you go through a long delivery, you get like a cone head. And so he explained that the reason that their heads are shaped that way, because throughout Babylonia, the midwives don't know what they're doing. Okay. The guy waited an hour. Chazer Amar. He came back. Mikan Hillel, Mikan Hillel. Nisate v'yotzli kroso. Again, Hillel came out. Amar lo b'ni ma tamavakesh. Amar lo she'ela yesh li lishol. Amar lo sha'al b'ni sha'al. Mipnei ma einein shel tarmoidim trutois. Tarmoid was another place. He said, how come their eyes are like very narrow? Amar lo she'ela g'dolo sha'altam. And they should dorim ben achoylos. They live in a sandy area with a lot of sand. Sand gets into their eyes, and they end up squinting. Again, he wasn't able to get Hillel angry. He waited another hour. Again, he came out in a very coveted way. I have a question. Why are the people from Africa? Why do they have wide feet? There are eggs.
They live in swamplands.
Yeah. In terms of where they have to walk, that's why their feet have developed that kind of shape. I have more questions. I'm afraid that you're going to get angry at all my questions. No, Hillel sat very calmly in front of him. Any question you have, let me answer. Amr lo, Atau Hillel shekorin oschan nasi Yisrael? Are you Hillel who is the Nasi? Amr lo hein, yeah. Amr lo imatahu lo yirbu kamoscha b'Yisrael. There shouldn't be a lot of you in Yisrael. Why not? Because you made me lose $400. Be careful who you hang around with. Still better for even for that you lost money because of Hillel even twice. I'm still not going to be makpid too much. I'm going to remain even keel, etc. A goy, non-Jew, appeared before Shammai. How many Torahs do you have? Armelo Shtayim. Torah shebichtav v'Torah shebal peh. Armelo shebichtav ani ma'mincho. 1 second, I just need to get a napkin. 1 second. Armelo kama Torahs yesh lechem. Armelo Shtayim. Torah shebichtav v'Torah shebal peh. Armelo shebichtav ani ma'mincho. V'shebal peh ani ma'mincho. I don't believe you. I don't believe in Torah shebal peh. Gairani al nashut lamdeni Torah shebichtav. Be megayer me on the condition that I'm only going to keep Torah shebal peh, not Torah shebichtav. I'm only going to keep Torah shebichtav, not Torah shebal peh. Gar bovo tzu ben azifa. Threw him out. Bolifnei Hillel gaire. He made the same proposition to Hillel, and Hillel converted him. So the new convert came to learn Torah the next day. Yom HaKama Amrlei Aleph Beis Gimel Daled. He taught him Aleph Beis. L'mochar apachlei. The next day he taught him Taf Shin Reish Kuf. Amrlei v'ha etmol lo amarti li hachi. Yesterday you told me the other thing. Just the opposite. Amrlo lav alai didi kosamach. So I see you rely on what I teach you. That's Torah shebal peh. Dal peh nami smoch alai. Regarding Torah shebal peh, you should rely on me as well because I'm going to be teaching you that as well. So that's how Hillel dealt with the person. Shuv ma'isa b'noch li'echad shebal ifnei Shammai. Amrlo gaireni am nashut lamdeni kol haTorah kula kishani oimen al regel achas. Teach me the whole Torah with me standing on one foot. Shammai threw him out with his Amma Habinyan. It turns out Shammai was a contractor. Shammai's business that he did other times when he wasn't learning, he built homes. And the Amos Habinyan is like a ruler that you measure out, 100 by 100 square feet. He would calculate with the craftsman so much money to be paid for so much 100 feet of drywall or 100 feet of plumbing. That's the Amos Habinyan. So he was like a contractor. But so he used that stick to chase the guy out who wanted to be taught Torah al regalachas. Bolifnei Hillel gaire. He came in front of Hillel. Hillel converted him. Amar lo, and he began to teach him the alach snei, that which you hate, l'chavrecha lo ta'avei. Don't do to your friend. It's a different version of ahavta l'reacha kamocha. That which you like, do to your friend. Right? This is a little sort of the opposite of it, but the same concept. He says, Zui kol haTorah kula. That's why over there, Rabbi Kiva by Ahavta l'recha says, Zek klal gadol b'Torah. Here, Hillel said, Zui kol haTorah kula. The idich perushahu. The rest of the Torah is basically just an explanation of that. Zil gemor go learn. There was a person who was walking behind the yeshiva, V'shama kol soifer shaya oimer, and he heard a soifer who was reading Elab Godim Asher Yasu Choishin ve'ephod. They describe the choishin ve'ephod that the Kohen Gadol would wear. Omer halolami. So the person who heard this pasuk was curious, who is this for? Omer lo Kohen Gadol. Omer osunach ba'atzmo. So the Goy said to himself, Elech les Gayer, I'm going to go and convert myself, Bishvil Shiyasimuni Kohen Gadol, so that I could be appointed to Kohen Gadol. Bolifnei Shammai, he came to Shammai, Omer le Gayreni al Nasher Tisimeni Kohen Gadol. Be Magarmi on the condition that then you can appoint me to Kohen Gadol. Dochlo Babas Abinyan Shabiyodo. Again, threw him out using the stick that he uses for his measurements. Bolifnei Hillel Gayreni. He came in front of Hillel. Hillel was Megayrim. Then, when he came to learn, he told him like this: You got to go step by step. We don't appoint a king unless he knows how the various customs of the king, the language of the king, the minhagim of the king. So the Malchus begins with Torah. You have to go study Torah. Halach b'kor. So began learning Torah. Kivan shigia v'azar karev yumas. It means on Yom Kippur, if a non-Kohen Gadol goes into the Beis Hamikdash, goes into the Kodesh Kodashim, he's dead. Amar le mikra zel minema. So the non-Jew wanted to know who's the czar. Amar la afilo David Melech Yisrael. David Melech Yisrael was not a Kohen. Even if he would go into the Kodesh Kodashim, he would die. So the ger made a kavachomer. Umay Yisrael shnikru banim l'makom. Klal Yisrael is called banim umitoch ava she'avim korlam b'ni b'chor Yisrael. Not only that, they're called the b'chor. Ksiv aleim bazar karev. You must yet, if they go into the Kodesh Kodashim, they're put to death. Ger hakal, who doesn't have all this chusava shabbat and makla v'tarmila, he showed up to Yiddishkeit with his stick and with his cloak. Alachas kama v'kama, that he's going to be put to death. So he understood the pshat. Now he knew that he couldn't be the Kohen Gadol. Bolifnei Shammai Amar lo klum roy ani liyos Kohen Gadol. He told Shammai, "Why did you just tell me that I'm not a ger, cannot be a kohen?" So he sort of chastised Shammai. Bolifnei Hillel Amar lo Anvason Hillel. You Hillel were an anav. You accepted me. Yanuch l'cha brachos al roishcha. All the blessings should fall on your head. She'ikraftani tachas kanfei shechina. That you brought me under the shechina. Liyomim nizdavgu shloshtem l'mokum echad. Once Shammai, Hillel, and this ger were in the same place. Amru kapdinusu shel Shammai bikshu l'tordeim min ha'olam. The fact that Shammai was a captain, he was, he was very strict in his midos, could have pushed me away from Olam Haba. And the Sanusa Shel Hillel Kirvado Tachas Kanfei Shechina. It was the Anivus of Hillel that brought me under the Shechina. Amrish Lakish. Madich Sivaya Emunas Itecha. Chosen Yeshuos. Chochma Vadas. The pasuk in Yeshayahu. The Gemara Darshans. Emunas Zeseder. This refers to the Torah Shabbal Peh, the Shisha Sidrei Mishnah. Emunas Zeseder Zroim. That refers to Seder Zroim, where the farmer has to have emunah that when he puts the seed in the ground, the crop is going to grow. Techa Zeseder Moed, because eating refers to time. So that's Seder Moed that talks about all the Yomim Tovim. Choisen Ze Seder Noshim, because Choisen comes from Yerusha, and from an Isha comes your Yorshim. Yeshuos Ze Seder Nezikin. because it saves the person who's being chased from someone who's chasing him, because it's Seder Nezikin. Chachmas, that's Seder Kodshim. Vadas, that's Seder Taharas. So Kodshim and Taharas are the most difficult to understand. It's considered Chachma Vadas. Afilu Hachi Yiras Hashem Hi Oitzro. With all of the Limud Torah, the real treasure is Yiras Hashem. Amar Rava, B'shar shemachnisim Adam Ladin, by the Olam HaEmes, when a person comes to Shamayim, he's given he's asked the following questions. Based on these six Sidrei Mishnah. First, he's asked, Nosata v'nosata b'emuna. Did you do business trustworthy? Kovata itim l'Torah, from the concept of itecha, right? Did you set aside time to learn? Osakta b'friya revia. Were you Makayim Pru Revu? That's the Chaysim, that's the Seder Noshim. Tzipisa Yeshua. Did you wait for Mashiach? Pilpalta b'chachma. Did you do pilpul? Hevanta davar b'toch davar. Did you learn one concept from another concept? That's Seder Taharos, or that's Das. Filachi, Yiras Hashem, it all depends, though, your trial in Shamayim, on whether you had Yiras Hashem. If you had Yiras Hashem with all these other things in, Ilolo, but without Yiras Hashem, just having the knowledge is not enough. Marshal Adam Shamal Shlucho, like a person told the Shaliach, Halali Kurchitin Laliyah. Go bring me up a bushel of wheat to my attic. Halach ve'elam. Shaliach did it. Amar lo yastami, Raftali behen kav chonton. Did you put in there some kind of spice that prevented vermin from attacking the wheat? Amar lo lav. Amar lo mutavin lo lisa. Without that, there's no point in you bringing up the wheat. You're going to bring up the wheat without it, it's going to get destroyed. It's going to get eaten up by the rats. So that's the Yiras Hashem that you need. That chonton, without the chonton, the bushel of wheat isn't worth anything. Tanat Rebbe Shmuel. In fact, there's a halachic nafkamina. Ma'arev adam kav chonton b'kor shel tvua. When the grain merchant sells a bushel of wheat, and you weigh out the bushel, you can put in this chonton. It's less than a core. Yeah, but it's part of the core, because the core, there's no ona, there's no price increase that you overcharged him because you didn't give him the full core of chita because you added some chonton to it, because that's how it works. He's allowed to sell the chonton for shmira to protect the chita.
Quick question. Why is that last Gemara on Hillel and Shammai not considered like Lashon Hara against Shammai? I mean, it just sounds like, Pirkei Avos, it says, be like the Talmidim of Abraham and not like the Talmidim of Bilam. And here we have, like Hillel's Gevaldik and he does all this, and Shammai comes off looking, pretty bad.
I think it's similar to Pirkei Avos. It's showing you the different drachim and the midos, and the Chazal sort of come down in terms of how they want you to view it.
I just don't know why we wouldn't say, here, just be like Hillel, period, end of the story. We have to say, don't be like Shammai. And why is that not Lashon Hara?
Well, they just said, the new social Shammai, big Shalatordeinim in Oilam. It didn't come out and say, don't follow Shammai. The moral of the story is that. It didn't come out quite to say that, but it does talk about midos, right? Midos tovos, and you're supposed to be an honor and not a captain. So I don't know. I don't know. In the halachas of Lashon Hara by Chafetz Chaim, when somebody asks you about a shidduch or something, and are you allowed to say what their midos are?
Ernie.
Yes.
These are not. This is an argument in philosophy of learning. So I think the Gemara is bringing this down, and the Chachamim are bringing it down for different philosophies. There are different philosophies on Rosh. It's nothing to do with Lashon Hara. These are different philosophies of the way people learn and how to bring people into the fold of Judaism. It's nothing to do with Lashon Hara. They're two different shittot.
Right? And Chanami. It's a
You
good
know,
point.
it says clearly though, be an Anav like Himmel. Don't be a captain like Shammai. You know, don't do this.
But this is from it's Talmidei Chacham. It's learning brings a shalom ba'olam. So that's they're teaching you. So what? It's not a lashon hara. It's a teaching.
But by the way, not Kenny. Then we learned that after Mashiach comes, we're going to follow Shammai instead of Hillel. Said Chazal. Say Chazal that the midah of Hillel is what is in the world today. But later on, we're going to follow Shammai. That means we're going to call white, white, and black, black. We're not going to be as so compromising in the future. So the midas of Shammai are also not completely rejected. Like the way Walter was saying, it's different approaches. And but Echanami, you raise a good point too, regarding obviously if Chazal used this kind of language, they didn't consider it lashon hara. Why it isn't? Could be because it's describing these kind of midos, which we have to be taught in terms of what kind of midah to have. Okay, let's go weiter. Amrav Barabuna Kolodim Sheyesh B'Torah, Bein Bo Yirish Shamayim, Doima LeGizber Shemasu LeMaftechos Apnimios, UMaftechos Achitzonios LeMasulo. It's like the king has a storehouse, and there's a big warehouse which has a door with a key, and inside the warehouse is a inner storehouse which keeps all the valuables, and there's another key for that. So it's like this treasurer who was given only the inner keys, but not the outer keys. You can't even get into the warehouse. So if you don't have Yiras Shamayim, you can't even get in. You can't even get started. You might have some of the tools to work on it when you get in there, but you need both. Right? How's it going to get in? Machriz Rav Yanai, Chaval al deles leidarta. Chaval on somebody who doesn't have a courtyard, but he makes a gate to the courtyard. Again, that's somebody who learns Torah. That's the Tara, the gate. The Tara is a shar ledarto of it. And he made a gate he built a gate, but he doesn't have a chutzner for the gate to go anywhere. So that's the learning without the Yiras Shamayim. Amrav Yudah loy bara kodesh baruch hu salamo ela kedei sheyiru milfana. Hashem created the universe for people to fear Him. Shenemar v'alokim asa sheyiru milfana. It's a pasuk in Koheles. Rav Simon, Rav Elazar. These two Amiroim Abu Yasri were sitting. Chalav Oz Rav Yaakov Baracha. Rav Yaakov Baracha joined them. Amalei chad l'chaver. One said to the other, Neikum mekame. We should stand up. Digvar dochol chatoinu. He's a big yiras chet. Amalo idich. So the other one says, Neikum mekame. Let's stand up. Digvar bar uryinu. He's a big Talmid Chacham. He knows a lot of Torah. Amalei. Aminaloch anod digvar dochol chatoinu. I told you he's a big yiras chet. Amatli ad bar uryinu means that Amoira valued Yiras Chet more than just the fact that he was a Bar Oryan, that he was a Talmid Chacham. Which was which? Tistayim Rabbi Lazar who the Omer Digvar Dochel Chatoin. I'm going to prove to you that it's Rabbi Lazar the Amoira who held that Yiras Chet was more important. Omer Rav Yochanan Mishum Rabbi Lazar. Elo Kodesh Baruch Hu B'Olom Eli Yiras Shamayim Bilvad. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that which he can detect whether a person is doing what he's supposed to do is Yiras Shamayim. Shnema, V'ata Yisrael, Mo Hashem Lokecha Shoel Mimo. Moshe Rabbeinu in Sefer Dvorim says to Klal Yisrael, what does Hashem want for you? Kiyim liyira. by the way, just as an aside, Rav David Grossman Zatzal, right, who was a Rebbe in Los Angeles, I heard him say once, what is the Ma? The Ma is 45, the Gematria is 45. So I think he said this in the name of somebody, maybe Rav Yaakov Kamenetsky, because Rav Grossman went to Torah V'das. So he said they were discharged from school Friday noontime, and they came back to school 9 o'clock in the morning Monday. So he said that Rav Yaakov or whichever rebbeim he had would say, what we want, those 45 hours that you're not in yeshiva. When you're in yeshiva, we have our eye on you, etc. That's not what Hashem is looking for. Hashem is looking for those 45 hours from when you were sent home from yeshiva until you come back to yeshiva. That's the ikar test. That's the ma. Uksiv vayomer lo adam hein yiras Hashem hi chachma hein shekain b'loshen yavoni koil achas hein. The Greek word for one is hein. Means that you have to know that Hashem is one. That's part of Yiras Hashem. So Tistayim, you proved that it's Rabbi Lozer who extremely valued Yiras Shamayim in that debate between Rav Simon. Okay. Dorish Ravula, my dichsiv, al tirsha harbe. Don't be too evil. The Gemara doesn't understand. Harbe udul lirsha, not lirsha. What? So don't be a really, really big wicked person. Be a small wicked person. Is that the way we're supposed to learn that? No. Person eats garlic, and you can smell his garlic. So what? So should he say to himself, listen, I already smell like garlic. I'm going to go eat more garlic. The answer is no. Just because you did an evil act, you shouldn't say to yourself, oh, okay, I'm an evil person already. I'm just going to go do evil things. No, you should stop yourself and not continue to add evil to evil. Dorash Rabba Ravula, my deceive, ki ein chartzubos lemosam uvori ulam. That's a pasuk in Tehillim. Not only are evil people, they're not worried and they're not sad about the possibility of dying. Their heart is filled like an assembly hall. They're having a good time. They have no concern whatsoever. This is the way of the fool. They know that the end is Misa, but they have a lot of fat on their kidneys and on their innards. It means, or on their heart. So the concepts of having Yiras Shamayim doesn't penetrate to their heart. It's too much covered with fat. So what, they're going to completely forget it? No. In the end, they're also going to know that there's going to be Misa. And they're going to end up saying Selah to that as well. That is, in the end, that through their mouths, they might mouth the fact that they know that all men are destined for death. But somehow it doesn't penetrate to their actions. It doesn't lead them to change their ways. Okay, back to the Mishnah. We had a machlokes that Rabbi Yossi said, on all those cases, if you extinguish the candle because you don't want to lose the shemen, whatever, you're potter, except for the psila. Rabbi Yossi command svirale. The Gemara wants to know, who does Rabbi Yossi hold? Like Rabbi Yehuda svirale, which is who holds that even if you do a malacha shein tzrich legufa, you don't do the malacha the way it was done in the Beis Hamikdash, which was to make a coal out of the wick. Doesn't make a difference. I don't care why you extinguished it. You're still chayiv. So Rabbi Yossi should have made you chayiv for taking away the oil because of the shemen or because of the nair. The Rab Shimon Sfirle, who held malacha shein tzrich legufas potter, so psila nami lifter. So it should all be potter. He also Rabbi Yehuda that malacha shein tzrich legufas chayiv. Yet, so in the Beis Hamikdash, in the Mishkan, we learned the concept of binyan and soiser. They were born in the Mishkan and they knocked the Mishkan down. Now, if you are soiser, if you break something down and you have intent to build it in the same location, that's soiser. But if you knock this building down and the idea is to move it and build it somewhere else, loy habi soiser. That means if you don't do the malach exactly the way it was done in the Mishkan, Rabbi Yossi will hold it lacks malach she'ein tzrich legufa. Rabbi Yehuda doesn't have that. Rabbi Yossi still holds the malach she'ein tzrich legufa, but it's got to be very specific type. Rabbi Yehuda is much more expansive regarding that.
So that means in the desert that the Yidden could have taken down the Mishkan on Shabbos because they weren't re-erecting it in that spot. They were traveling somewhere?
No. What I'm saying like this. When we look at the malachos, it's the malacha that was done in the Mishkan. These things weren't done on Shabbos. For example, when it says planting. So they planted because they needed a certain dye to make. So we're going to see if you plant for other reasons, not necessarily not for dye, but for, let's say you want to hide the seed. So that's not a malacha shetzrich legufa. But that was done on Monday or Tuesday. It's not necessarily what they did on Shabbos. Now, according to Rabbi Yossi, if they took the Mishkan down with the intent to build it somewhere else, that would not be considered. You would not be over the malach of sois. But all the malachas were learned. These things were done all the time in the Mishkan. Amarle Rabba, in fact, Rabba says, Mishkan. All the malachas were learned from the Mishkan. In fact, when the Mishkan, how could Rabbi Yossi hold that you're only over soiser if you have in mind to build, when you knock something down, you got to build it in the same location? The Mishkan was never built in the same location. We had 42 masos. Each time we took it down, we moved it to a new place. So in fact, the index malacha by the Mishkan was soiser amanas to build it shalom b'mkomo. So why is Rabbi Yossi holding that you're only chayav for soiser if you build it on the same location? Amr lei shiny hosam kiven dichsiv al pi Hashem yachanu kesoiser amanas livnos b'mkomo dami. There, it's considered gamkein amanas limkomo, because since they didn't just stamazoi build the Mishkan wherever they wanted, they did it based on the tzivu of Hashem. Tzivu of Hashem is as if it was all built in the same place. So in Chanami, that fulfills Rabbi Yossi's concept that in our time, if you're going to be chayav for soiser, it's got to be soiser for building it in the same location. But if I'm going to knock something down and build it a block away, technically I'm not chayav for soiser. That's one shot in how to learn Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Shimon, no, he learns like Rabbi Shimon that there is no, you're potter from malacha she'ein tzrich legufa. Umayshna psila. So why does Rabbi Yossi say you're chayiv if you light the psila to put it out because you want it to burn better later? We're talking about a wick that will not work unless you light it and extinguish it. It won't light otherwise. Because even Rab Shimon, who holds regarding he would say it's potter. But this is tikkun mana. We're going to see one of the 39 malachos is fixing a kli. So according to Rab Shimon, this wick cannot operate unless you light it and extinguish it. So even Rab Shimon would be moideh that it's considered tikkun mana, and you'd be chayiv. On Rava, daikanami, I'll prove to you from the language of the Mishnah itself that you're correct. Iktani, shehu oisa pecham, that he made the wick into like a coal. The loktani b'nei shenasis, that he became a pecham. That is what he wanted. This is his goal, to be masak in this kli, mirotzo. Not that it happened that way. Shmami, no, that it's like the second shot that the Gemara learns that really he's like Reb Shimon. He's just holding that in this case it's like a tikkun Mishnah. Al sholosh averos noshim mesos b'shas leidos. For 3 averos, women will die in childbirth. Al she'enon zehiras benida. They're not careful in hilchos nida. The challah. They're not mafresh challah when they make a dough. Uvad lakas saner, and by adlakas saner and Shabbos. If I do more nida my time, if they're not choishish in hilchos nida, why does this lead to the fact that they die in childbirth? Amrav Yitzchak, he kilkala b'chadrei vitna. She was not careful in the halachos that had to do with her uterus, meaning the things that are hidden inside her beten. Lefichach tilka b'chadrei vitna. So it's like a mida keneged mida. The same place that she was not nizer, she's nidder. That's how she gets punished. In the same area where you die in childbirth, you bleed from the uterus, whatever causes her death, or you get an infection. Okay. Tinech nida. Fine. That explains nida. Chalos fadlakas aner ma'ikal meimar. So what is chala? Why does chala, if she's not nizar and chala, not nizar and lakas aner, what does that have to do with childbirth? Kidador shahu Galilah alei Rav Chisda. It's like the certain Galilean that darshed in front of Rav Chisda. Amar Kodesh Baruch Hu, Revias dam nosati bochem. I gave you the halachos of Revias dam. No, or at the time that I created you, you had a Revias dam. Al iskei dam izarti etchem. And so therefore, I warned you about iskei dam, that you should not. You got to be careful of dam nida. Okay, the limud will continue. We'll learn this. We'll learn this tomorrow.
Anybody knows how's Tzvika doing?
Zvika is stable.
That is still in the hospital, I assume.
Oh yeah.
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 Is
How
he
about
on a
his,
respirator still? Is he not